Good morning, Derek. Thank you. Good morning, Mark. Good morning, Anthony and Mystic Journeys Church. I like that name. Good morning. I, good morning, Mush Love. Good morning, you guys. Mystic, I like that one. Mystic Journeys Church. Great. Welcome. Welcome very, very much. Good morning, Jolie. I hope your Thanksgiving was wonderful. I'm trying to, let's see if I can pull up some music this morning. I'm still at Sister's house this morning. Good morning, Laura. Good morning, HB. I'm still at Sister's house. I had scheduled to go home yesterday, but it was, everywhere I looked on the weather forecast, it was going to be snowing. About Mystic Journeys Church must be HB. Good morning, Paige. How could it be HB and HB's on here? Mystic Journeys Church, do we know you here by a different name? Or are you new? Do we know you by a different name here? Or are you new? And of course, you don't have to answer if you don't want to. Good morning. Good morning, Pays World. Good morning, Pays World -12. I'm known by many names. Okay, well, many of us are, as you mentioned that. Good morning, Brian. So again, I had planned on leaving yesterday and being home this morning, back in our regular haunts, but the weather reports just talked about snow a lot of the way home. So I decided to spend one more day, which was, I don't want to go home anyways. Good morning, Pace World. How are you? You guys, lighting wise, should Pops turn another light on, or is this okay this morning? Who's my lighting technician? Should I turn another light on, or is this okay this morning? Thank you, Paige. Who needs another light? Who's my lighting technician? Anthony and Muslov are saying it's fine. HB's saying it's good. Okay. More foreground. I hate Herbie, I can't do foreground. It would just be one from over here. Over here. If Haig said I look fine, I'm fine. I'm going for it. Okay? Good morning, Tanto. If Jolie says it's perfect, well, we don't have to talk about it anymore. Haig, you're so sweet. Thank you for all your texts this weekend. Yeah, so I'm still at Sister's house and literally I'm packed. The car's ready to go. There's a little fellow over here. He's ready to go. He's like, are we going to go pretty soon? He has his sweater on. So we're going to be hitting the road right after the show. Or, I don't know, I don't like calling this a show. Right after the podcast. I don't like calling it a podcast. Right after the stream. It's not a stream. What the heck is this? Goaty, I didn't get a haircut. Maybe I finally combed it. Okay. But yeah, we'll be hitting the road and give us happy, what do they call it? Travel angels? Something like that. Send me a travel angel. Herbie had to leave Ohio early. So yeah, my friends were from Michigan were texting me saying, Pops, the weather's really bad. You might not want to hit the road. So we didn't. And we took advantage of getting to stay here one more day. So we'll hit the road today, and you guys will see a different map in the background tomorrow. You'll see the regular map tomorrow. All right. Good morning, Ghastly. Good morning to everybody that I haven't said good morning to. 39 people, 21 likes. Good morning, Wazzy the Wheezy Wazerton. We're still talking about your being here last Wednesday. I've replayed that for a couple of people. They like the name Wazio. Okay, just so you know, we might change your name completely. You're not the Wizard of Woz anymore. You're Wazio. We'll see. We'll see. Give some more likes. Give me some more likes, you guys. Likes. And you know why? Because Pop needs it for his ego. Not. It has nothing to do with that. The more people that like, the way the algorithm works for YouTube, they send out the video randomly to more people if there's a lot of likes for the video, and then more people will find us. And then the more people that find us, hopefully they join, they hang out with us, and we all grow together. That's the prayer. Speaking of prayer, listen to this one. Some of you know it. Okay. Wait. Oh, wait. Let's see. Okay. And no, we're not AA. We're not Alcoholics Anonymous. But for this morning, I'm going to say this prayer. Some of you know it, and some of you might want to pray along with me this morning. Huh? God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. I don't usually do that, and I won't be doing it as a regular format, but I definitely did it this morning. And one of the reasons is I did it almost every day since I've been here. Almost every day since I've been here, I've had an opportunity to, in a group setting, say the Serenity Prayer. It's a beautiful prayer. At the end, it's beautiful. I have a family member who has been struggling. I love dearly, and been struggling. And we have been blessed with the opportunity to get them into that group setting, that anonymous group setting, and spend some quality time as they begin their recovery. And don't get me started, because I'll start crying like a baby here. Already see a difference. It's really beautiful when you see somebody launch themselves into their sobriety and that honeymoon period that they have. I think it's sometimes called a pink cloud. And I'm watching my family member floating around on a pink cloud. Can I tell you, can you imagine that this person went to 7 meetings yesterday? 7 meetings in one day. I was telling this beautiful family member, do 90 meetings in 90 days. Get it into your system, get it into your habit. And they have taken it to heart. And loneliness. Loneliness is one of the things that drives us into our addictions. And one of the reasons these group help, like ours here, T, is because we don't have to be alone. We have a community of people that love us and support us, and we don't have to be alone. I know you guys can hear Ruff. He's making noise because he sees my sister on the other side of the door. She's heading to work. We've had an amazing 12 days. Today's day 13 here of being able to help. An idle mind is the devil's playground. Yeah. I understand that too, RX, but I don't want to dwell on this, but it's been beautiful to be introduced to people down here in the Maryland area that are struggling or had been struggling, and they're now found a purpose in their life. They've now found a purpose, and their purpose is to help those that are young and new and suffering, and show them through kindness and by example a new way of life, right? And you know, I never push any programs on anybody. The only program I pushed on anybody is Tea with Pops, because I believe we're our own type of self-help group, and we do a four agreement approach. I do a four agreement approach to staying in a recovery. My drug of choice is cocaine, and I've got decades now of sobriety from that drug. Saturday night, they had what they call a chip meeting. And some of you know what that is. It's when people come in and they celebrate their birthdays. I did, Kimberly. I was able to talk to people about microdosing and it being a alternative therapeutic modality to use psilocybin. And some of the old timers are like, "Oh, get out of here with that." And then they're just not the people that I'm meant to send a message to. But there's a lot of people were listening, a lot of people were paying attention. It's the meeting after the meeting when you really get a chance to connect. But can you imagine this? At the meeting after the meeting, at the chip meeting on Saturday, people were celebrating their birthdays, their sober birthdays. And can you imagine, there were people there from 24 hours sobriety, 37 years. We're almost exact same age on that vague. We're almost exact same age. 37 years. What am I? Yeah, 37 years. Same. Ding, ding, ding. The meeting, so Saturday's meeting that I took my family member to, a chip meeting. Those are really something to see as people are celebrating their birthdays, their sobriety birthdays. And it's always the last Saturday. This group, it's the last Saturday of the month. Good job, Daniel. Good job there. And again, I won't talk about this for the rest of the day. The old timers hate when you bring up drugs. It's like, this is an alcoholics meeting. I go, I know. I understand that. And then there's a lot of people in there that say they're alcoholic and addict. And then there's people that are addicts. Herbie, 14 years since cocaine.
Can I say hi to the group?
Yes, they would love to see you. Look at my beautiful sister. Isn't she beautiful? Renee. Wait, look how pretty she is.
Oh, stop.
We're going to talk later about how pretty you are.
Anyways, he's awesome.
Love you, sis. Have a great day. I'll text you when I get home. Look how pretty you look today. Okay. See you, sweetie. Get out of here, fellas. Leave her alone. That was sweet of her. She's very shy on this situation. Okay. Jesus Christ. Yes, we're from the same parents. Get out of here, kid. Okay. That's not Puff, Wazzy. That's Renee. We call her Nene. She's my Nene. She's my, gosh, I'm ready to cry. Jesus Christ, you're crazy. Get out of here. I'm not ever letting her go to Colorado. Okay. Greenie, do you think we look the same? Gino on 67. Someone was adopted. You guys. I'm gonna make her read these comments later. Okay, is it hot in here? You're stupid. Okay. You keep her away, HB. She's not coming anywhere near you guys, okay? Oh, that was not planned. She's leaving for work. She's a real estate agent, and her husband and she own a business building custom homes. And she has an appointment today for a sales appointment. They build $1 million homes, and you can see around here is phenomenal. I'm like at a loss for words. I have a beautiful family. I'm like the ugly duckling of my family. You should see my other brothers, my brother and my other sisters. A carnivorous wants to make an appointment. You guys are right. Can you imagine? She's in her mid 60s and she looks to me, she doesn't look anything close to her age. Okay? I'm the ugly duckling. Yeah, oh, that's true, Ghastly. Thank you, HB. Well, you know what? My parents did do a pretty good job. My dad was a little rough, a lot rough, but my mom worked her way in there. Higgs has met her, right, Haggy? Haig met her in person, right? Higgs, and she loved, Hagerbaum's first name is Mike. So when we're around him, we call him Mike, but on here we call him Haggy. And she and her husband absolutely enjoyed. Thank you, Vegas. You're so sweet. You always are. She and her husband really, really liked Haggy, and and his wife, and mom, and his daughter. It was beautiful. I'm gonna miss you, Haggy. We're driving right by your house today, heading straight up 70. So I'm getting out of town, but we're back I'll be back down here in about 3 months and do this all over again and be checking in on my family member who I'm now committed to help with their recovery. It was a beautiful, beautiful week, 2 weeks here. And I hadn't been to a 12-step meetings in quite a while. 12-step meeting, when I went into rehab, it was all focused around the 12 steps. And I ended up, after learning about AA, I went to CA, which was a big, was where I belonged, Cocaine Anonymous, but it's the same exact program. Everything about it was the same. And the nostalgia that came back to me, remembering the way the meetings are structured, and then seeing people come in and then seeing the sobriety that's in those groups, and knowing that we're not alone, and that there's still people that need help on a daily basis. There was people there from 24 hours, like literally had been drunk the night before, but they were like, that was it. I really do need to get myself into a meeting. So we had some first timers all the way up to, can you believe there was one gentleman there, 55 years of sobriety. I would say he was close to 12-step work, great when you integrate. I agree with you 100%, Kimberly. And I think 4-step or 4 agreements works great too. Give me 5 people that think the 4 agreements work really well too. I was able to introduce a few people to our 4 agreement, and they're like, "Whoa, keeping it simple, huh?" And that's, yeah, I 12-step, 4 agreement, whatever, tea with pops, whatever it is, the key is be consistent. The key is to find a community. The key is to find a place where you feel loved and accepted and not judged, because we're all in this together. We're all on this planet Earth together. And we're going to teach a little bit about shame. Shame keeps us away, and shame divides us, and shame keeps me from popping my head up and saying I need help. And thank you. Today I live a purpose-driven life. Today I live a purpose-driven life. What's your higher power, Pops? Helping people. That's my higher power. 55 years of sobriety this gentleman had, and he was filled. Greenie, shame is a liar. You can take your shame and turn it into gain, and it's no longer shame. It's now power, right? I remember back in the day when I was very active in my CA program, and I was sponsoring young, struggling men, because I had a few years under my belt, and my job was to give back. You can't, you don't keep it, you give it away, but you can't give away something you don't have. So I remember back in the day, there was an older fella in our group. He had 32 years sobriety, and he would always come to a meeting on Friday night once a week. He was there regular. He wasn't there the rest of the week. He didn't need to go every night of the week, but he went every Friday night. And he had a saying. He goes, if you asked him, 32 years of sobriety, why do you still need to come to meetings? Well, guess what? Pops has 37 years of sobriety from his drug of choice, and I still need meetings. My meetings are here at T. 5 days a week I go to a meeting. Think about that. And then this gentleman said, check this out and give me 5 people that like this one. Wait till I say it. He would say, I go to meetings. I go to meetings because I want to see the newcomers come in with arrows sticking out of their ass. And that reminds me that there's still Indians out there shooting at me. Think about that. We can slip and we can follow at any time. And when we see newcomers come into our programs, it reminds us that that could be us. That could be us at any day, at any time. But we need to be reminded that there are Indians out there. The addiction is waiting for me to come back. Isn't that a good one? So I saw a couple of guys come into the AA program in the last couple of weeks with arrows sticking out of their ass. And all you want to do, right, Sue? Don't be complacent. Be disciplined. And all you want to do with the newcomers is go over and pull the arrows out of their ass and tell them, you know what, stick around, it's going to get better. Stick around. It's going to get better. Right? So we were inundated with the AA program when I was here. I didn't know that was going to happen. And we might have even gotten some more subscribers. And we had people that we were able to talk to about Tea with Pops. We were able to talk to about psilocybin as a alternate therapeutic modality. When we were able to, thank you for Bill W. and Dr. Bob. Can you imagine they wrote the big book back? Ruffy, stop. Knock it off. Okay? She's already gone. Go lay down. Up over here. Calm down. 1939, some kind of an angel came down from heaven and touched those men on top of their head, and that program is still, can you imagine how many millions and millions of lives have been saved as a result of their collaboration? It's God inspired, as you understand Him. We don't do religion here, and my God isn't your God. Today, my God, am I talking too much about AA, you guys? Excuse me, am I talking too much about program? I guess I got program filled because I was taking my family member and making sure that they got into a program and a community, and they're already reaching out. They're already sharing numbers. This family member is like, you know what? I'm ready to get a sponsor. They're getting ready to get a sponsor, and they've been in the program for a little right around 2 weeks now, and I can tell you how you can see the glow of the newcomers, and I'm so proud. I'm so proud of this family member for being willing to do the work. Being willing to do the work. Um, it's been an amazing. I thought I was going to come down here and I didn't know. I was just going to hang out with my family, my beautiful sister, and all of the other family members. And Kim, change can be very scary. But when you know you need it, it's actually super fun. And when you dive in with honesty and transparency, which is exactly what I've seen, Derek Anderson, I think that's true. I believe that that's part of it. I certainly hear that from the other family members that are like, thank goodness for you coming down. And there's nothing more important than saving people. There's nothing more important. I don't want to own things anymore. I don't care about Porsches and yachts and all of the crazy stuff I cared about in the past. What I care about today, and I'm not trying to act like Holy Joe, please believe me. But I feel holy when I'm helping other people. Do you guys, Calico Kitty? Do you feel holy when you help people? Give me 5 people that feel holy when they help people. 9.5 years of sobriety, Kingy. Good job. Good job. That's fantastic. You're almost at a decade. Yeah. Kim, that's why we grow Pops. We love to help others. How many people feel holy when they're having a purpose-filled life? Do you know what I'm talking about? And you guys are out there. Cleany says, I don't, but I feel whole. That's a great one. I don't smoke. I don't smoke. I don't even smoke weed anymore. I stopped smoking weed in June, which wasn't hard. As a matter of fact, I was just tired of coughing. I was tired of coughing. Exception loves the feeling of helping. I like the way Sam spelled holy. That's exactly the way I was hearing it in my mind. That's exactly how I was spelling it in my mind. Not the holy roller, not the BS of churches ripping off old lady. Can you imagine? I'm going to drive a Jaguar. I'm the pastor. I'm driving a Jaguar, and the old lady is putting $2 in the basket every Sunday, and she has to take the bus to church. There's so much rip-off out there. There really is. And then there's programs and communities that are really the exact opposite. They're self-supporting, and they have no endorsements. Yeah, I have. I've been in that church scene too. I dove out of my rehab into a church scene, and that, to me, for me personally, I mean, it works for other people. For me, I saw the hypocrisy, and I became a hypocrite myself. I've told you guys that many times. This is the first time that this group, we're going on 5 years now. This is the first group that I didn't have to be, except for back in the days when I was really active in my CA program. This is the first time that I've been able to drop the hypocrisy, drop the mask, and just be real, and spend my life farming so I could provide plant medicine as an alternate way for people to begin to heal. And then to be around people like you guys here, and I mean this sincerely, like you guys here. I'm not the only one helping. As soon as we hang up here, you guys start emailing and texting each other. You start going to your own things in your own local communities. You start helping yourselves, you start helping each other, and you become service people. And it's through service that I feel holy. And again, this weekend, filled with love, and this whole week, last 2 weeks, filled with love and grace, and able to see newcomers in person and hug and hold and guide and share contacts. And I've even been able to talk to some more of them in a deeper way than just the meeting after the meeting. Guys, if you have something, give it away. All right? It's the best way to hold on to it. It's so weird. What are you talking about, Pops? I don't know. But if you have something, if you have peace and goodness and kindness in you, give it away. And that's the best way to hold on to it. It's so metaphysical, it's not even funny. It's like, what? Stop talking crazy. If you have something, give it away. That's the best way to hold on to it. Grow goodness and give it away. Be impeccable. The universe was crazy. Maybe it was because they hadn't seen my head in some of the rooms. But why did I get called on to share so often in meetings I attended? Why did, like when it was time to call on a rando to share, why did they call me? Like I had at least half a dozen shares. I was like, but let a newcomer share. But the minute I was called on to share, I felt like the universe was saying, you're here for a reason. So I got asked to share a few times. And almost every time I started out with, be impeccable. And I didn't go too far. I wasn't there to share the 4 agreements. I wasn't there for that reason. And nor was, you're there in their program. And you want to respect their program. But I was able to at least say, be impeccable. And then I would say, that's the number 1 agreement that I have with my life today, is to be impeccable. And a few people came up afterwards and said, are you talking about the 4 agreements? Have you read the 4 agreements? And off and running we go. Shared the website, shared a link to Tea with Pops. And that was just sort of the icebreaker. I'm not here to talk about, and I would love to have taken over the meeting and shared the 4 agreements. That's another way to do this program. But those people are comfortable with the program that they've signed up to, and they're getting 55 years of sobriety. Out of the meeting, there were a good 70 people at that chit meeting Saturday night. And just the people that had birthdays in November, there was over 295 years of sobriety among the people that just had birthdays in November. This particular chapter, this particular Alano Club that I went to, a gorgeous, beautiful spirit in that room. I've been to a few rooms before where the old timers tell you, shut up and sit down, newcomer, and don't say anything until you're called on. And that was not the spirit in this building, in this club. In this club, the minute you said, I saw somebody say, I'm new, I have 6 days, I have 7 days. When the meeting was over, they were swarmed by members from the group, swarmed. And they were like, you're here for a reason, keep coming back. Here's my phone number. Call me. Let me have your number. I need to see you here again tomorrow night. And to watch this group hold up people brand new that came in there hurting. One guy came in there, and every time he'd heard someone else share, he just was bawling. He was crying his eyes out, pain. And I was just like, bro, you're in the right place. You're in the right place. You're now in a group of people that if you allow yourself are going to shower you with love. And they'll be here to support you and lift you up until you can fly on your own. And then when you're flying on your own, put someone in your plane and you fly them around for a while. Just, yeah, Kimmy, just keep coming back. It works if you work it. There's so many beautiful sayings. God, ego. Ego is edging God out. Our ego edges God out of our lives. Whatever God is as you understand him. I mean, your God could be G-O-D. It could be the great outdoors. It could be, there's so many ways to go. Give me 5 people that think Pops had a good week, 2 weeks here. Give me just 5 of you. Gee, Pops, you're full of it this morning. Gee, Pops, you're filled. I didn't come down here didn't know that the universe was going to put me in that situation. We need each other. That's what I walk away with. You cannot grow your life to goodness and kindness without other people, without surrendering yourself. And then eventually you get well enough that you are so full, you have to give away your excess, the stuff that's flowing out of you. Yeah, it was beautiful. Grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change. The courage. We talk about courage here all the time. The courage to change the things that I can. And now I need a little bit of wisdom so I can know the difference. So, we might have some lurkers on here, okay? We might have some lurkers on here. Jude, if you're struggling, reach out. Reach out. We're here for it. All right? They share my email here. You can always email me, and we can chat via email. And if there's any way we can help you, we would. All right? Another thing is if anybody's in the need for microdoses or other psilocybin fruit, I believe, and I believe this because of my last 6 years of experience, that psilocybin, when you use it as an integrative property, is an incredible way to start working on your goodness, kindness, and addictions. Psilocybin, it's been proven, it's being proven on a daily basis to help with PTSD, to help with depression, anxiety, addictions. When it's not being used for just a party drug, but it's used for opening up our brain, greasing our serotonin receptors. Psilocybin is what I offer, that along with the 4 agreements and support. Let me read this article real quick to you guys. Oh, wait, is it? Are we doing okay this morning, Justin? Are we doing okay? I hope we're all okay today. Know what you're going for. Our guides generally agree that dose selection should naturally flow from what you're trying to accomplish. How much should I take, Pops? I err on the side of not a lot. It doesn't take a lot of psilocybin to open up my creativity, my willingness to begin to reflow my serotonin, to reconnect synapses, to induce the neuroplasticity that's normal in my brain. for me personally, it doesn't take a lot. And I definitely recommend go slow. How much should we take, Pops? Our guides generally agree that dose selection should flow naturally from what you're trying to accomplish. Eliza Collin breaks it down practically. Are you looking for a mystical experience or to stay more grounded and present? Do you want to have a primarily inner experience or a more external and conversational one? Ruh, stop. Jody New-Delman sees intention as the defining factor. What is your intention? Well, my intention is to look into this area of trauma in my life and sit with it and analyze it and walk through it, come to the other side of it, and change. If that's one of your intentions, then you should know you're intentional, all you need for that dose. She says a psychedelic dose invites deep, often transformative experiences, ideal for exploring profound, existential, or emotional material. While psycholytic doses, meaning smaller doses where you're not experiencing hallucinations, more of a microdose level, they work more gently on everyday thought loops. They work on rigid perspectives. I don't want to have rigid perspectives. I want to have perspectives that include everybody. I'm not a know-it-all anymore. I don't know all the answers. I know my answers and I share those, and I listen very carefully to your answers, which is something that I've gained through microdosing. My ears have opened up. Give me 5 people who listen better today than they used to. Just give me 5 people. You know what? Now that you mention it, I listen better today than I used to. Isn't listening the beginning of empathy? Isn't listening the beginning of compassion? Isn't listening the beginning? I can't teach if I can't hear first. Listening. And microdosing opens my ears. It does. And it's important to me to listen. Exceptions working on it. Cleanie says, I'm doing a lot of things better today. I bet you are, Cleanie. Listening. Katie Simons puts it simply. There's a big difference between taking 500 milligrams of psilocybin to go to a show versus 5 grams to journey at home or with a friend nearby. Mismatching the dose and experience would not be a fun time. Anybody ever seen anybody mismatch a dose? I have. And you gotta walk with them until they're back down. And you gotta lay them down on the couch and you gotta work with them. 5 grams sounds like an awful lot to me. But I've seen people mismanage their dose, mismatch it. Be very careful. What is your intention? Assess your capacity. Intentions aside, it's important to be honest about what you can handle. The key, Wallace Murray says, is to match the depth of the dose to the stability of the person and the support available. Match it to your stability and the support you have available. Pops is well on his way to being certified in 2 different groups two different constructs as a facilitator. To be there, to walk through, to help people when they begin their journey. And we're not just going to take a dose for the heck of it. There's an intention and there's therapy involved. Mary Decker looks at a person's experience, intentions, emotional state, and overall setting. Experience with psychedelics, trauma history, regulation of the nervous system, and intent are all important. She notes that if a person is unstable or working through intense or recent trauma, a high dose may be overwhelming and not what they should have. Avery Kalora offers a guiding principle. The right dose is the one that your nervous system can handle without breaking trust. If you can't trust, you resist. And we all know where that leads. Back up to the rooms that we were in this last couple of weeks. Those people, the newcomers, are coming in and they're learning to trust. They can't trust themselves anymore because left to our own devices, we're at the bottom of the barrel. We find a way to trust something else. I need to trust somebody. I need to trust something bigger and greater than myself to help recover. And often they find that what they can trust is 12 steps, 4 agreements, tea with pops. They can trust other people who they see goodness and kindness in. And eventually we start to trust ourselves again. Sometimes for the first time in ages. You know what? I'm trustworthy today. I'm trustworthy today. When I become trustworthy, what do I want to do with it? Selfishly hold on to it? Or do I want to give it away so I can keep it? If you can't trust, you resist. Ruffy, stop. I don't know why you're so crazy this morning. Huh? Lay down. Okay. He's really crazy. He's really manic this morning. I think he knows. My sister said he's different. He knows you're leaving. When he sees you loading up the car, he knows. Less can be more. Many practitioners felt lower doses were undervalued. Lower doses were undervalued. Not by me. Based on her experience offering ketamine-assisted psychotherapy, Gwen Pelafini has developed a principle. Go low and slow until you know. Hold on to that one, you guys. Especially if you're working with new people. Go low and slow until you know. Yeah, he's a little hyper this morning. He's like, you put a sweater on me, and I have him locked in the office here with me so he doesn't go do something in the house that I have to clean up before I leave. He's had 1 or 2 small accidents since he's been here. He does not have accidents at home. He gets it. But at this new place, he's not quite sure. And early on, he's had a couple accidents, so I have to watch him. There's nothing worse than having to clean up your dog's mess at somebody else's beautiful home. It feels so disrespectful. Go low and slow until you know. She has found that these Psycholytic doses, which is a microdose, tend to allow for a greater engagement and integration of other therapeutic modalities. Here's one of Kim's favorite. Carrie Rowe LaFlambeau explains that when you work with a skilled and trained therapist under low doses, you can still use your mind and have the ability to talk. That sweet spot may aid in accessing parts of us that are not available in normal states of consciousness or on a really high dose. That sweet spot. I hit the sweet spot at 200 milligrams, a fifth of a gram. Boom. I'm right where I need to be. I'm creative. I'm thoughtful. I can feel my emotions. I wanna connect with nature more. I wanna help. Jody reminds us, it's not always an either-or decision. A two-tiered approach might include a psychedelic dose followed by a microdose to help integrate insights into daily life. The psycholytic or microdose range offers a bridge between ordinary consciousness and deeper healing without overwhelming the nervous system. First of all, if you're not sure what constitutes a lower or higher dose, use this reference chart for mushrooms. The reference chart for mushrooms, I posted a reference chart, I should say, for mushroom and dosing. I posted on my IG account this weekend. Derek or Herbie, if you don't mind, could you tell people what my IG account is? I think it's, and anybody is welcome to go there and check it out. Some are we mismatched, I get it, and you're a little overwhelmed at that concert. And that was sure honest of you too, sweetie. I think it's called, my IG account is T_with_pops. Pop over there and check out the chart. Keep in mind, everybody's sensitivity is different. Believe it or not, most people aren't actually trying to obliterate their ego. Maybe they just want to work through a personal issue. Tea time with Pops. Thank you, Derek. It's not tea with Pops, it's tea time _with_Pops. Thank you, Mr. D. Maybe they just want to work through a personal issue, gain some clarity, or shift a stubborn pattern. Give me 5 people that have a stubborn pattern. I have had them. I'm shifting my stubborn patterns. I don't want stubborn patterns. Give me 5 people that can identify a stubborn pattern they have and are willing to work on it. I know there's a lot of us. I have stubborn patterns. I want to work on them. I'm not pleased to say I have stubborn patterns, but I am pleased to say I can admit it. Right, Ghastly? Those stubborn patterns that just come back. It's like, gosh, I don't want that. I'm going to work through that. Viggy says she's stubborn, ask her kids. Maybe you just want to work through a personal issue or gain some clarity. If that's you, then sure, you could launch yourself into the void, huge doses, and hope for the best. But that'd be like using a flamethrower to light a birthday cake. How many people have used a flamethrower to light a birthday cake? Because some of us, we're still figuring it out. I've flamethrowered a lot of stuff in my life besides a birthday cake. If a match is good, a flamethrower is better. In a culture that celebrates extremes, there's something refreshing, dare I say mature, about treating dose selection as a practical decision rather than a test of courage. That takes some reflection. My dose selection is a practical decision, not a how far or how high or how fast can I go. That's the old pops, always trying to go far and high and fast. I've slowed down a lot. Remember the parable about the tortoise and the hare, and they're in a race? My whole life I have always been the hare, the rabbit. I really have. Until I turned 60. Start fast. I'm off and running. I'm ahead of everybody because I'm fast, man. I'm good. And I didn't finish a lot of races. I didn't finish a lot of things I started. I was ahead of everybody. I'm racing. The finish line's in sight. I can stop and take a break now. And here goes the turtle right past me. Anybody else like that? Anybody else tend to be the rabbit? You're more of a rabbit personality? Or am I all alone? Who else here is a rabbit? Go ahead and admit it. We tend to rabbit our lives. And we feel good because we're launched. We feel good because we're launched and we're on our way. I agree with Sue and Greenie, not so much anymore. But I think a lot of us have real rabbit in our personality. Okay? Definitely type A. Maybe I'm slowing up. I've slowed down. I have to choose to be a rabbit now. I have to choose tortoise. I have to choose that. And when I do, interestingly enough, my life works a little better. Recognize that I don't want to rabbit this situation. Let me turtle it. Let me turtle this situation. And a lot more soaks in. I gain more because I'm taking the time for it to integrate and to soak in. I microdose, that's a turtle. In a culture that celebrates extremes, there's something refreshing about treating dose selection as a practical decision rather than a test of courage. Rabbits are testing their courage. I'm looking for practical solutions. Calico, I'm sorry to hear about that pain. I do understand it. Calico, I need you to do me a favor. I need you to send me your address. Again, I know you've sent it to me many times, or a few times. I want to send you a package of microdoses. Please. You've always been so kind and good to this program, and your anonymous donations. Today, Pops wants to send you something. Okay? My background is as a racer and a flying airplane guy. I am a rabbit. Today, I want to be more of a turtle. I want to take things slow and learn each lesson one day at a time. Maybe it's time. So Calico, I'm expecting a phone. I know I'm not supposed. Third agreement says don't have expectations, but I'm good and share. But thanks anyways. Okay, okay, Callie. Okay. When you do need a reload, let me know. Maybe it's time we update our language in our book. No, maybe it's time we update our language. In our book, a heroic dose is the one that's the right size for the job. Hero doses. Maybe we should call a hero dose the exact right size for us, instead of it being some fantastical thing. Sammy P., I really like what you just wrote. Turtle consciousness equals wisdom. I would venture to say that the turtle in the myth, in the parable, is wiser than the rabbit. I would venture to say. And I want to be wise. I'm getting wiser as I get whiter, grayer. And then when I have wisdom, what am I going to do with it? Ambient temperature, Brian? Yes. The answer is yes. 75-ish is just about the optimal number. 74 to 75 degrees, you've got it nailed. Okay? That's exactly where you want to be throughout the whole colonization process. We'll talk some more about growing this week. The actual colonization and the growing of our plant medicine. Now that I saw that, I realized we haven't been talking about the colonization process, and a lot of us are new and open and available to get new information. Today, I've been talking about recovery, right? I spent the last 2 weeks daily going to meetings with people and watching and being surrounded in actual people by people in recovery. And I missed you guys. I wished you guys could have all been in the same rooms I was in. How cool would that be? How cool would that be if we could all be in the same room right now together, sharing some coffee, sharing our stories, and sharing hugs? Well, maybe we can't do it in the same room, but we can sure do it here every day, can't we? Sue, that's really good. That's really good. So we don't have a physical room, but we have a virtual room, don't we? Yeah, exception. It would be cool, but this is the next best thing. Not everybody gets this lucky. Not everybody has a virtual room that they can pop in at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And it's always going to be here to the best of our ability. There's been a day or two here or there where Pops is sick or the Wi-Fi is down, something like that. But have we been consistent? The gym is usually always open, isn't it? Monday through Friday. How proud are you guys of your consistency? The discipline to be here. And you don't have to speak. We're going to call them lurkers. I have somebody that I had turned on to the program, and I thought I would see them here making comments, and they never made a comment. And I talked to them on Friday, this person, and I was a little bit disappointed because I had told them maybe 2 weeks earlier about Tea with Pops, and I thought, oh, that person's going to join and they're going to get all involved and we're going to throw chocolate donuts at them because they're a newcomer. And I never saw them pop on here. I never saw them in. And I thought to myself, well, maybe they just listened to me, but they really didn't tune in. And then on Friday afternoon, I'm talking to the person And this person said, well, remember what you said on your show today? And he repeated some of the stuff that I had said. And I go, you were listening? He goes, Pops, I've been listening every day since you told me. I just haven't commented. I haven't felt the need to say anything yet. And it reminds me how many people are listening that aren't active commenters. Now, I would definitely, have a great day, Barball. I would definitely say it's worth your time to comment. It's worth your time to raise your hand and let us know you're here so we can throw chocolate donuts at you. But you guys, I want you to know there's a lot of people listening. I want to do what Kim just did. For the next 1 minute, I want you guys to all say hello and welcome to the lurkers. Give me a minute worth of lurker welcome. Brian, do me a favor so I can address your issues, your questions. Send me an email with any of your questions and I'll be happy to answer them. Send me an email with any questions you have. My email is all one word. It's lowercase. It's the Detroit Mush Lab at gmail.com. And any questions you have, I'm more than happy to answer. I'll work with you there. Lurkers, are you guys saying hello to the lurkers? Do not be surprised at how many we have. At the end of it, and also there's people living in different time zones geographically around the world. At the end of a given day, my analytics show about 500 people tune in to listen to this. When we see 52 active people, 65 likes right now, that's the tip of our iceberg. What's attractive here to them? You guys. Sue Littlemeyer's reminding the lurkers that we don't bite, we share. We're not here to take anything from you. We're here to give. Sam P says lurkers are family too. God, that's beautiful. Lurker doesn't sound like a great word. Like lurker, we don't mean you're a monster. We just mean you're chilling. We might call them the chillers. Say hello to the chillers, the people that are chilling. Lurker sounds kind of creepy, kind of Stephen King-ish. I just finished a book by Stephen King novel. Boy, that guy, he can get your skin to crawl just with some written words. We're talking to the chillers right now. Okay? Chillers are family too. Let me close today. Did I talk too much today, you guys? We could call them listeners. No, that's too simple. Pops, just call them listeners, you goofball. It does sound a little creepy, right, Sue? They are the silent P in psilocybin. Kello, you're always brilliant. That's what they are. That's what they are. They're the silent P in psilocybin. I love that one. Hey, silent P's. Welcome. I'm filled with wanting to give stuff away. Hurry's getting all technical. They're the non-commenting crew members. I like the silent P. Okay. Corey jumps on to say, I know I've been lurking today. Corey's usually always here, even if you don't hear from him. I want to end with 4 things today. I have had a beautiful vacation. You guys saw my beautiful sister. Can we have one more I know, Sammy. Kello nailed it. The silent P's. Can we have one more round of applause, real quick, for my beautiful sister? I can't believe she's so shy about coming online. I've asked her, I've invited her. She said, yeah, I'm not quite ready. And today she volunteered. She walked in and she said, I'd like to say hi to your group. She takes walks around the neighborhood and she's wearing headphones and listens. My sister's a silent P. What do you guys think about that? My sister is a silent P. Isn't she? Thank you. My sister's gorgeous. Inside and out. I've had the most wonderful time here. My whole family's like that. I'm really blessed with the family that the universe gave me. It was just a pool of DNA. Who knew which one we're going to roll out? It's like a Yahtzee cup. And you throw the Yahtzee cup, and there's a 6, and there's a 1, and there's a 3. And we're all different, but we all came out of the same cup. Yeah. Kim, that would be neat, wouldn't it, if you heard from Sis? Yeah. Oh, Vaggie! Vaggie says sisters are great. Just ask my brother. Oh. Take credit where credit is due. Michael, I do not have a website anymore. I shut down the website. If anybody needs to reach me, they can reach me through my email. Living Lace Workshop. I like that. 4 things, family. Be impeccable with your word, with your actions. Be impeccable. That means if you miss the mark and you make a mistake, you can fix it overnight. Boom. Own it, fix it. Impeccable. Do what you say. Be where you promised to be. Keep your word to yourself and to others. And only use your mouth. Your mouth for goodness and kindness. Don't let things come out of your mouth that are gossip and hate and divisive. Don't do that. Use your mouth to lift other people up, to share, to invite growth. Use your mouth to fertilize the seeds of goodness and kindness in others. Be impeccable with your word. Watch the things you say, especially to your partners and your children. There is so much power. That's where our magic comes from. We have the magic to transform lives. You can't ask for more power. You cannot ask for more power than to give somebody a new life. You know that? The sick and the suffering, the people that are experiencing immense mental anguish, you have the power of changing that by using the correct and proper words. You're magicians. Poof. Don't take things personal. I had the opportunity this last week to take something huge personal. I found out that I have a family member out there that has been holding on to, I'm going to call it a resentment, but that's just a label. Has been holding on to something about me for over 7 years. Blew my mind. I said, you've got to be kidding me. I did something 7 years ago, and this person hasn't forgotten it. By choice. They've decided to hold on to it and make it a thing. And after I did what I did, I moved on. It was wrong what I did. I'm going to tell you. What I did was wrong, it was unacceptable. I wasn't super healthy then. That doesn't excuse it. But I did something. This person hasn't forgotten. This person won't let me make an amend. Yeah, you remember that thing back in 1983? This person won't accept an amend. Did I make it anyways? We're running a little long this morning. When Pops found out, because I didn't know this person's still holding this thing. When I found out, what did I do? Well, that son of a gun, they should have, his daughter, and I'm different now, and I'm not the same person. I'm gonna give you my rationalization for what I did. And what do you think I did? About a six sentence apology. Sent him an apology. I found out I did something I wasn't aware of, and I am wholly and completely sorry. Done. I'm released. No, exception, and they expect you to know. As a matter of fact, this person thought that I have been deliberately not apologizing for 7 years. And he knows that No, I didn't know. Had I known, I would have apologized that day. I'll be honest with you. Or the next day. Maybe I wasn't ready to apologize that day, but the next day. And there was, when I found out, right, Cleanie? When I found out that I had done this, and I heard that this person still hasn't let me off the hook, my first reaction was, screw them! My first reaction, because it's pretty normal, my first reaction was to take it personal. Well, I can't believe... And because I'm practicing the second agreement, which is don't take anything personal, it took about 5 minutes for me to slip back into, I'm not going to take that personal. At this point today, that it cannot be my problem. That's on that person. That person gets to work their way through it or they don't. And I love this person. I wish that I hadn't burned the bridge. But did I really burn the bridge, or are they keeping the bridge burning? I don't know. I'm not going to try to answer that question here. What I do know is I'm not going to take it personal, and I'm going to make my amends and let the universe take care of the rest. You guys have situations like that in your life right now. There's things that have happened you're not even aware that you did. When you become aware, don't take it personal. Release it with goodness and kindness, which was your apology, your sincere, heartfelt apology, and then move on and share your goodness and kindness with people that are ready to receive it. Thirdly, don't have expectations. I do not have an expectation that this bridge will be rebuilt. I don't have an expectation that the amends would be received in the spirit of it, that it was sent. If I did, and then the person didn't receive it, now I'm going to be resentful. You get it? Does that make sense to you guys? And you know what I did? I did the fourth step. Given my new knowledge about this thing and this gap that I created, that has kept being a gap because of the other people too, what did I do? I did my best. I sent the best message I could. And then my best is not taking it personal, not having expectations, and getting back and sharing love and kindness to the people that are ready to receive it. I'm practicing the 4 agreements in all my affairs. Give me 5 people that get that. Give me 5 people that get that, and then we can close today. Be impeccable. Don't take things personal. Don't have expectations or make assumptions. And do your best. And if you've done all 4 of those, if you're working and practicing all 4 of those, you're going to be living a purpose-filled life. One that you have something that you can give away. Life is beautiful. I get lessons every single day. Every single day. And I have stuff I can give away now. Thank you guys. I've had a beautiful day. We ran long. I got to get on the road and hit it. I'll see you from my house tomorrow, from the other spot. As you guys can see, I had an awfully great vacation here. Re-energized. I've made new friends. I've made new connections. I love my family. I love you guys. I have a natal family. I have a family that I was born with that I didn't get to choose. I have a family here that I choose to hang out with every single day. That's pretty darn special, Pops. Thank you guys. I'm going to scroll you guys out of here, and tomorrow we'll be back to a regular situation. Thank you to Derek, Sir D. Anderson, HB, and Anthony Hunt and Derek, and Sue Little, and Cleanie is always a cleanster, and Herbie Von Werby Kabop, and Kimberly, the International Kindness Ambassador, and Vaggie, the sweetest, and Marky Z, and Cyber Jolie, and Calico Meow Kitty, and Living Lace Workshop, and Ghastly, and Jesus Christ in Australia, and Zozo LSD and Exception, and Sue and Calico and Anthony. Thank you all for the safe travel wish. I plan on traveling safe. Derek Anderson and Jesus Christ and Donnie Z and Kitty Catzilla and Vaggie and Cyber and Sammy P and Mr. Phillips. We choose Pops and we choose kindness. Clean Grow, Sue Little, Herbs and Hagee. Snap on you, Hags. Jimmy all the way to the max, and Kimberly and Pidgey Page and Calico and Jesus Christ and HB and Sammy P and Justin and Shroom Digger. That's all we have time for. We ran forever long today. Pops, peace, love, kindness. Give it away and you'll get more. Pops out.